This detail was $660. It was $300 for the interior cleaning. It was $260 for the wash and wax. And then it was $80 for the engine cleaning. This is actually a returning customer of ours from like 3 years ago. So he wanted us to clean up his vehicle again, obviously. So in today's video, I'm gonna show you the entire process that we did, give you some tips along the way about the products that we're using or specific things that we're doing, and then give you some tips on how we're able to charge these prices and what you can do in your business to charge more or to at least get better customers in your business. And let me know in the comment section down below, what would you charge for a vehicle of this size and these services? You can also check the links to the tools and products that we're using in the description box down below. Let's go ahead and get started. Typically speaking, now the way we do things is, typically speaking, we're gonna start with the interior part of the services. So here it's a full interior cleaning, and basically what that means is we're going to shampoo all the fabric surfaces, we're going to clean all the plastics and leather, and then clean the glass. That's pretty much, like, in a nutshell, what that service is. Now, we didn't get the shampoo process just because we were late to filming, but as you can see here, when it comes to cleaning the plastic and leathers, we're really only using about 3 different tools, right? We're gonna use our all-purpose cleaner, diluted 10-to-1. We're gonna use some kind of scrub pad like this, and then we're gonna use either 1 or 2 brushes to actually agitate the surface. Now the big thing that we do use is the air gun. On a lot of interior cleaning services now, we don't really grab the steamer that often unless we actually need it to, like, remove some, like, very sticky, gummy residue off of, like, plastic or the fabric. But other than that, we're gonna simply use our cleaning gun to help us push, dislodge, and clean but just about everything as far as plastics and leathers go. So over the last 2 years, like, we have greatly reduced the amount of steam that we use. Now, I know some people will be like, whoa, you charge $660 for that? That's a lot. And one thing you have to keep in mind when it comes to charging your prices and seeing what customer is able to afford what, is that 80% of the work is getting the right person in your door. The other 20%, it's communicating properly, it's explaining the services, it's explaining what they're getting. And what I mean by that is, you can have the absolute best presentation. You can make sure you're showing all the tools, the entire process. You can give them everything that they need, right? But if that person that's asking about your services can't afford anything over $100, no matter how you present it, they're not gonna be able to purchase from you. If you flip that around, and if you get the right person in your business, the one that has the budget, the one that values quality work, someone that actually wants their vehicle serviced by a professional, that person is able and willing to pay a much higher price right now because they are a more ideal, proper customer for the type of business that you run. Now, I will say, if you're working on interiors and you're having a hard time lighting up the interior where you can actually see stuff, I highly recommend you purchase some of those light bars that we have there. It's the Nico work lights. I'll have them linked down below. It's these right here, and these do a fantastic job of lighting up the interior when you're working at a home garage, when it's maybe the sun goes down quick outside, whatever the case may be. If you need to light up the interior, use those bars. We have 7 of them. And when depending on the size of the vehicle or how much content we're trying to get, we might put like 4 in the vehicle just to make sure the entire interior is lit up very well. So highly recommend those. And these 3 services are actually in my guide where I break down the 8 services you can offer in your detailing business. If you want to check that out, click the link in the description box down below This guide has the 8 services you can offer, the general price range they should be at, how long it takes, what is included in each service. So there's a ton of information. Click the link down below and download it for free. Next is we're actually gonna move the vehicle from 104 and bring it into 105 just to have more space. And we're gonna start on the engine cleaning. This one is pretty straightforward. It took like 15 minutes to complete. We're going to rinse it down. We're gonna spray our APC in a foam sprayer, agitate with a bunch of brushes, rinse it again, dry it with a air blower, and then dress it. At least we just saturate the area. We don't wipe it down. We just saturate the area, let it sit there, and at the end of the detail, we come back and wipe everything down. But this was very straightforward. So the last service is the wash and wax. We're gonna start with the wheels, tires, and clean up the step rails as well. Next is to actually wash and decon the vehicle. So we're gonna foam it down and then begin our wash process with multiple towels. We're gonna agitate the tight areas, the emblems, the grills with a brush, rinse that down, and then begin our iron decon. And we're currently using Adams Polishes iron remover. And I think they changed up the formula because the fragrance or the scent of the iron remover is actually a lot more pleasant now. Like it has a more bubbly smell, right? It looks like it's still working for us, so it looks like it's about the same. It's just, the smell is different. Once that dwells for a little bit, we're gonna rinse it down, and then we're gonna pull out our clay mitts, our clay lube, and we're gonna clay the entire surface area. We're gonna give it a light rinse just to make sure we're taking off any dirt or contaminant that we pulled off from the cleaning process. We're gonna dry it with our towels, our air blowers, and then we're gonna prep it for a sealant. We're gonna make sure we panel wipe everything down. I forgot what product we're exactly using, but we are gonna make sure there's no leftover residue of oils or polishes or anything like that. And then last step, or close to the last step, is to actually apply the sealant, let that sit for a little bit, and then wipe it off with some towels. And just like that, the vehicle is done. We turned it in, I believe, like around 4 o'clock, and it was dropped off like at 9 a.m. We took a break and such, and we did a few other things along the way, but overall, very straightforward detail. It wasn't anything crazy like smoke odor or heavy paint correction or anything like that. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. You can check the links for most of the tools and products in the description box as well. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you on the next one.